Okay, in preparation for this week's ShopRite Pharmacies, I want to explain how to process in United Software, give you a good understanding of what's happening on the United Software side and what is happening over on the um, Win side. Okay, so let's start with United Software. Um, in United Software, this is where we build our item master, our customer master, whatever you want to call it. And what we're going to be doing this weekend is scanning a barcode which is stored in the second field of each record. Okay, this is an NDC in the first record or the first field. This is a UPC or a barcode in the second field. This is your description. Okay, so if you scan 3,000, whatever that is, you will get this description and you will get this cost price. And if you notice, there is no category stored in here, so you're going to have to manually put the category in. Okay, from here, after the customer master is created in United Software, we export it out so that we can bring it into Win. Okay, so over on the Win side, we have a different customer master. So we have the item master is actually in two places. One place is in United Software, the other is in Win. In United Software, we can hold a lot of different fields of data. In Win, we only can hold a few pieces of data. So there are two different versions of the customer master. In Win, it's only what you need to complete the inventory. In US, we may be holding extra fields for the customer that they want exported out to them again. Okay, so let's go back over to United Software. And one other thing before I leave this part of the program. Over here on Restore, and I'm not going to restore it because I already have restored these files. I want to point out these 4 files have to do with the customer master. This one is the customer master that I was just showing you, so you want to restore that, or else when you try to get a hit, it's not going to find anything. This file is the one that I have created to load the customer master into US. This file is the routine that I've written to export it out of US so that we can bring it into Win. And this one is the one that I create so that when you go into export a customer master for the customer on site, that file will be there. So if you're doing a scan inventory, you need to remember that we need these 4 additional files in order to do the inventory properly. Up here, just as a side note, this is your area directory, your location directory, your category directory. We're only punching in codes. Punching in a code of 001 for category 1, this will put a description with it. So that's what these are for. And these are your prior totals, summary totals that you'll compare to when you're reporting. Okay, so now let's go over to the proofing screen. And we're going to import that file from Win. And we're using the quick version of United Software. The quick version is faster than the standard version, and it has all of your options on one screen, which also is quicker. Now, company policy. Company policy, always, always, always check all records. The reason for this is if you only choose new and changed records, which we created because we thought that would be even faster, there's a bug. And it won't import the proper um, records. It may duplicate certain records, so never choose that. Always choose all records. Okay, down here, the pricing scheme. If you're not using an item master, if it's just a financial inventory, you would say no customer master, and then nothing else matters. But we're going to choose option number 3, use price from final file. And what that is you're going to use the price that you captured the inventory at over in Win. When you ran your audit trails, the price that you reported in Win audit trails will be brought in. It won't be brought into the item master that's in US. It'll be brought in from the original entries that you created. It could be Win takes that you're using, either one. Okay, then down here, replace category from customer master. Now I'm going to say yes, just so you can see what happens when you incorrectly choose one of the options on this screen. You remember I said there is no customer or category in the customer master. It's blank. We will choose the second lookup if we're scanning. That scan barcode number is in the second field of that item master. If you choose no item master, you don't have to worry about any of this. If you choose any of these other options, it will automatically look to that first field, the SKU number in the item master. So that option isn't down here because from choosing this, it knows to look in there. Now, there is also an option of a third lookup. We don't have one. Now, same thing with the second lookup. If there wasn't one and you said yes, this makes US look at every record for something in that field, and it takes longer. So if there isn't a second field, if there isn't a third field, say no. In this case, yes. We always leave this as do not consolidate for audit trails, and just so that we can look at things in the original state. And delete and rebuild is fine. So I'm going to say OK. And we're going to go into the edit the final file, which I call the final edit file. And you can see, because we chose to replace the category with whatever was in the category field in the item master, it replaced it with blank. Okay, so that's for everything that we got a hit on. But what happens when we have an override, something we don't get a hit on? Okay, in this case, this number was not found in the item master, so it skipped over this record. It left the category intact. It did not find a description. This is the price that was keyed in over in Win. Okay, so let's look at this same record over in Win. Let's go back to US. This is record 173. Okay, so over in Win, these are your records. I'm going to page down. Whoops. Okay, so here's record 173. And you can see the description is blank. If you look over here, this is a non-match. It has a check mark, and it's the non-match field. And you can see there is no price. We fool Win by putting all those cost prices into the retail field of their master, so that when we print out the audit trails, it looks right. So there is no retail price. That's why they had to key in this 1165. And there is no category in this master either. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the Win side. So let's go back to US. We're going to close out of the final edit file. We're going to close out of the proofing screen. We'll go into the reports. Okay, a note of information. If any of these reports are open to you, not grayed out, don't use them unless it's a dire emergency. Our branding, what is consistent for our customers will be under custom reports. So this is what makes us different than other inventory companies. I'm going into the category report, just a simple category comparison. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to select the S&H custom category comparison report, and we're going to preview it. Okay, so hanging out at the top is $255,000 worth of something. It's not designated to any category because we said if you got a hit, put that category from the item master here. So this category is blank. Now you also know this selection that we made by saying replace the category is going to affect more than just one problem here or one thing. If you look at category 1, RX at cost, there's only $10,000 in there. Okay, so we might assume 10,000 and 255,000. Doesn't matter if we leave that up there, but that's not true. Down here we have returns, category 5, which we only have $512 in. Last time there was 11,000. Okay, so we scanned some of this merchandise. So what's up here? Some of the data belongs here. Some of the data belongs here. So to give them this report really is poor. So let's go back to the proofing screen. And we're going to this time we're going to bring it in saying, no, don't replace that. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. We'll look at the edit the final file, which I call the final file, and final edit file. See, they're all blank still. Now, here's the problem. I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to bring this in again. The problem is I said new and changed. Big problem. I have to say all records. Okay, and we're not going to replace the category. So I'll say OK. The other nice thing about this new quick Win import is that once you choose those settings, they'll stay there unless you close down US. If you close down US, they'll change and you have to select them again, except for that all records. Okay, so let's go into the final edit file. Now you see all those categories are there. Okay, so we'll close out of here, close out of the proofing screen, go back into reports. Custom reports, go into category reports, select all. Select this category comparison report. We're going to preview. And now you see instead of $512 in returns, that's $8,000. Instead of $10,000 in cost, it's $257,000, and there's nothing hanging at the top. So this would be the proper report. So I hope this helps as we go into this next week of ShopRite scan inventories using our new ability of scanning RX pharmacies in Win. If you have any questions, please call Don't Guess. Thanks.